You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
It's a beautiful Thursday morning, and that's why I will say good morning and welcome you to the Thursday edition of the Liberty Breakfast Show, where they come to you live on Liberty Online Television. Now the different platform them also they watch with this morning. We will bring come this edition of the Breakfast Show to you. I am Mabel Kaba.
And me, I'm Ayato Chef. Good morning. Today na Thursday, January 30, and inside this edition of the program this morning, we can look at the alleged drug trafficking and APC party them position on that issues they read on the happen at the country. This and other stories them day for you inside the program this morning.
Alright, well, as soon as I don't hear it from Mariato, we all know say this issue we get for do with drugs. Don't make the headlines outside salon they both local and international regarding the issue we get for do with drugs. And we know say the All People's Congress APC party now the main opposition party in parliament, and every month the members of parliament them can get press briefing, also they can go talk to journalists them but issues them where can be major issue in the country. Well, yesterday them the old one of them kind briefing here, outside them focus now be the issue we get for do with drugs, and also the Anti-Terrorism Act with the parliament. Now that's what they discussed at the program this morning. We want for hear from the main opposition All People's Congress, we didn't think about the issue we get for do with drugs and salon image. Members you say for the watch the program can send me your message, drop your comments or ask your question. So the number +232 74 545 or drop them in the comment section. Now the different platform they must you watch with this morning.
Well, still inside the program, we go now on Magistrate Court number 1 and get some court updates. 33 years old Mohamed Kamara, Zainab Toure, Mohamed Kamara, Zakaria Sanko, and Abdul Samuel Kamara don't make another appearance before Magistrate Sakekura and the Freetown Magistrate Court number 1 for answer to 2-count charge them, we get for do with conspiracy to commit a felony contrary to law and shop breaking and larceny contrary to section 26(1) of the Larceny Act of 1916. According to the particulars of offense na that Monday, October 14, 2024, na Koromale na Kalbaton, the accused people them be joined together with other people them for commit felony with shop breaking. Count 2 states say on the same date and place, the accused people them be enter na one former Takamara in shop and see 4 big size mayonnaise, 20 big size cooking oil, 5 carton Onga Maggi, 24 carton sweet milk, and other thing them we all cost over 40,000 millions. When a property of Famata Kamara, where the court begin charge to the accused people them, the magistrate not been take any plea from them. Now Inspector Selutap, they prosecute this case na court, and he been called the number 1 witness when a Albert Sori Kamara, when a assistant secretary na the Ministry of Education. He been recognize the complainant and the accused people them. He say a member on the 14th October 2024, he been there na he host they sleep around 8 o'clock in the morning. He say we mama wake him and tell and say, if I go sell one bag rest give one customer. He say so he and the customer go na the shop. He say when they reach na the shop where he open, he see all things scatter inside the shop, and he observe say the window puel, wey mean say then go don use the window as passage for go inside the shop. So he tell the customer for run go call him mama. He say to him mama they can at the place. People and be don't gather na the shop. He say and the number one accused self bin dey. He say when dem go inside the shop, dem notice one bag wey bin get provision. The complainant be asked for the owner wey get the bag, and the first accused be answer say na him get the bag. At this point, the prosecutor be asked for short adjournment date for make e go able to get proper meeting with him witness because e be don dey struggle with him testimony. Magistrate Sakekura be give all the accused them bail and be adjourn this case to February 6 this year. For Liberty Online TV, me na Maria Tusheri.
All right, welcome back. It's still a Wadi Breakfast Show on Liberty Online Television, and members of Yusuf for the Wadi Show can drop your comments, ask your question, but in them we will discuss inside the breakfast show. Like all time by now, if you don't save the number, we na plus 232 74200 545, or you can also drop your comments at the comment section at the different platform them also na the watch with this morning. We go for can talk to the All People's Congress APC party for let them tell one of the viewers them waiting they make up of all the issues that don't happen now the country, especially the issue we get for do with drugs. Because yesterday the APC members of parliament them now the monthly briefing where they can get, they look at the issue we get for do with drugs. But before we can, let me just quickly go to the Anti-Corruption Commission. Also, the Commissioner Francis Ben Kaifala don't say the commission don't start for investigate Kwedu Holdings for sake of tax issue them we then get. Let we watch as Al-Hassan Kuruma gets more on this and he's gonna report.
Wednesday, January 29 this year, the Zero Corruption Campaign organization, where they partner with the Anti-Corruption Commission in the fight against corruption, been hold a press conference with journalists and stakeholders for discuss about the fight against corruption as Salon. And how for ensure see we as a nation fight against corruption Tranga one. The press conference get for do with a nationwide public and outreach engagement with different people from all walks of life in the fight against corruption. The theme for the campaign now public education, a powerful tool in the fight against corruption. The commissioner for the Anti-Corruption Commission, Francis Ben Kaifala, inside in keynote address, he said corruption na Salon don't make Salon not a compete with other countries per development.
We want a Sierra Leone that understands that corruption undermines its ability to prosper. Corruption undermines its ability to succeed. Corruption undermines its ability to compete with the rest of the world. Therefore, in these past years, we have developed a system that builds the fight against corruption on pillars that can help us simultaneously deploy the machinery that we have to reverse the scourge of corruption on the country, which has existed for a very long time.
Robert Kagbo, now the chairman for the Consortium for Public Accountability, will be the talk, but how for fight corruption as a nation, he said we for use 5 key things in the fight against corruption.
There are 5 ways of fighting corruption. Yeah, because as we speak here, we all serve as ambassadors in the fight against corruption. The effective law enforcement is a key to ensure the culprit is punished. For the purpose, we need to strong legal framework, step focusing on improving financial management and strengthening the role of auditing agency will help in curbing corruption. This will include transparent and participatory budgeting by local communities and local government. The tradition of government openness, freedom of press, transparency and access to information help in curbing corruption.
Martin Sandi, na senior communication officer na the audit service Salon, been get this for see.
We have a great role to play. Like various speakers have mentioned, we blame people for not being involved in corruption. Somebody will be in the office for 5, 6, 7 years. Look at that man there, from when you don't begin work. In God, they all not buy motka, one day not buy motka it. We blame people for being honest. We blame people for being accountable. We have a role to play. We have a role to play.
The chairman for the Zero Corruption Campaign and for call on all individual institutions all over Salon for join hands in the fight against corruption, as he say corruption don't eat into the fabrics of the nation. For Liberty Online TV, Al Hassan Koma, the report.
The program is still what Liberty Breakfast Show, where they can see from Liberty Online Television at Facebook, YouTube, and with other social media platforms. Them, as we introduced to us earlier, we've been telling us so they can look inside the issue we get to do with the All People's Congress position on the alleged drug trafficking where they happen at the country right now. And inside the studio with me this morning, we want to welcome Honorable Saliu Usman Sise and the Member of Parliament where they represent Bombali District. Good morning, Honorable, and welcome to the Liberty.
Thank you for having me.
Alright, Honorable in the studio this morning for can tell we waiting the All People's Congress APC party make up of the issues we don't they happen at the country, and like I've been telling the viewers earlier, una can get this press briefing every month. Also una the members of parliament and the All People's Congress can talk about issues of national interest, and on a feature yesterday now on a press briefing the highlight was the issue we get for do with drugs and also the Anti-Terrorism Act with the parliament. But let me just start first from the All People's Congress. Let me get a description. How on a party describe the whole issues we don't happen at Salon, especially the image of the country making rounds both internationally and locally. How na describe what's in the happen?
Thank you very much, Abel, for the opportunity we give me this morning for talk to Sierra Leoneans. As you mentioned, the parliamentary caucus, we thought and fit every month to forget this press briefing on current issues where the border around Sierra Leone and Parliament. So the Anti-Terrorism Act or bill where they before we, now one of them where we discussed yesterday lengthily, as well as the current cocaine saga where they go around the country. We believe, say, as a nation and as an opposition, the debate yesterday or the discussion yesterday being headed by no less a person but we own leader, na parliament, the leader of the opposition, we na Abdul Kagbo, and it be making very, very clear, and including the Secretary General, we release a press release where I think it is on social media now about the position of the APC on waiting to go on at the country. We believe, say, Sierra Leone, it belongs to all of us, and anything where they happen, where they tint that negative image about Sierra Leone for be the concern of every Sierra Leonean, not only APC opposition members of parliament. So, because the far-reaching implications where they when the NTIK happen on the country and the people, the Sierra Leoneans, nobody know able to quantify them. So, on that note, we ensure, say, yesterday we educate the public and we discuss particularly this cocaine saga where they go around and discuss and make them clear to the people of Sierra Leone, say, if this is true, because now allegations, and we still depend find out for see whether Sierra Leone has become a conduit, or as they try for portray a conduit for the distribution of that kind harmful and drugs there. We also look into how this will affect the economy of the country, you know. So because when you have this cocaine, you have this how you call this other one, this this kush, yes. When you have this kush, you have this cocaine, they play around the country, it affects productive activities because everybody go and say, okay, if I go into drugs, if I go into this, I will make quick money. So we believe, say, that not for happen. Sierra Leoneans then for do something, for spend money, for engage in productive activities, we will ensure, say, we country will get the image where it always don't get in the international world.
From waiting on notice, waiting on things go wrong. For less Salon reach a situation wherein already in the alleged, say, a fugitive way gets for do with drugs, then at the country. Waiting on don't fair not say go wrong for let the country reach. They make international news for the wrong reasons.
Well, this it really shocked everybody, especially we, the opposition members of parliament. We believe, say, when this government take power, then promise for rebrand the image of Sierra Leone. Then go out of Sierra Leone, all over the world, for, in the name of rebranding, whatever image we be on the way in their own definition, we damaging. But look at where we are today. This kind information, if it is true, I want to emphasize on that, if it is true, and for international media outlets that don't begin say things like this, like Al Jazeera, when a reputable media, outlets, for let them begin say this, we believe, say, as a nation, for go down well with anybody, because we get for worry, as I say, because of the ramifications the way we get. Already we get this with the battle with our brothers and sisters the way they America, with the new elected president, Donald Trump, for where they don't threaten for deportation, and most Sierra Leoneans get relatives there abroad. We depend on their family there where they America they for their own livelihood. So if we can't get this kind thing again, for say what thing we they harbor somebody where they don't convict for 24 years imprisonment in Europe, to me it's sad. And I want believe say we intelligence units, both the one at State House and the police on the security apparatus, for step up, because from what you they read, if it is true, say it don't there for a while, I think we get for raise concern to why we security not be able to pick this thing until we see an international media then for tell.
So you think some lapses from the security sector
obvious,
Salonde now
yeah.
now the international news for the wrong reasons?
Well, lapses now one of it, because one or the other, one of the rules of the security, now for point out some of them fugitives there where they move around countries, where they fend side for safe haven, for hide. So if we get that kind of person, they for don't score goal at the international world, if we get the opportunity for arrest this man and hand over to governments, the Netherlands government, where they don't convict him. So failing to do so, to me, I say I'm saying a big slap on our security and on this government.
Mr. Amayo, somebody where they listen, I want for ask if the APC party, which are the main opposition party in the country right now, don't do any independent investigation for sake of all in drug trafficking allegation they are so right now in the country.
No, we not do, but we don't call on government for set up an independent investigation, and then for do public disclosure of whatever findings we then get. If you look at the press release of the APC yesterday, where the National Secretary General read, Lansana Doumbia Esquire, they make those demands, say, one, the government for set up an independent body where likely forgets experts, international experts on drugs and what have you, we will go into waiting they don't allege, and make sure, say, all those individuals, if they find them culpable, all those individuals be brought to book. And we not for only keep those findings now we cupboard, for disclose them and people and for know, so that we will clean Sierra Leone once more if this allegation is true.
Already the government
but as a party, we are not in governance directly, so but we are part of governance. Government, this is now government's responsibility for make sure, so when something like this happen, for even wait for the opposition for call you. For be very proactive, if you're not able to be proactive or reactive as quick as possible, and come out and set up an independent inquiry where they go into this, so that the international community they see you doing something. But up to now, I'm not aware of any.
Already, the government through the Ministry of Information, because we've been getting the minister on the phone the other day, where we talk on this same issue regarding this fugitive where people are alleged in the salon. So they say government don't set up an investigation for let them know waiting exactly they go on. And he also make mention, say, the name we allegedly they say this individual when Josh, no records of that, no day na salon say this kind person they na the country when are in the Netherlands and Europe want because of drugs, and they even being don't sentence them. Then say no to they're not aware say that kind of person they salon, but then they investigate. But so far, based on the allegations them wey don dey comot, this individual in question wey people don dey see na photos and videos wey don dey go make the rounds with the first family. How una go describe the way how government don handle the whole issue, apart from the fact say dem dey investigate for know if na true say this fugitive wey Netherlands want there, and also they don make am clear say no official communication no dey yet from Netherlands to Salon government for talk say dem dey find person wey dem dey suspect say dey na we country. How you feel say government don manage the whole situation? They don handle am well so far?
Maybe, to be very honest, then we can get this view, say perception. We allow perception for form around your government or you as an individual. It takes so much for clear that perception, especially when the wrong perception is being held about you. Whatever you say, the fact that we don't get incidents them like unidentified plane for land na Sierra Leone, container don't come allegedly where then they say accuse say that this happened. So all the things in the way don't happen, where actions have not been taken by government for ensure say we stop this there and then. Probably if we don't do this, we don't take the action and they we don't publicly explain waiting happen, we not for don't get this other allegation we don't cancel. But when you look at the series of events we don't take place, they get for take Sierra Leone maybe 10, 20 years for clean up with image say indeed Sierra Leone not to place for drugs. But at the moment, I tell you, government need for step up. They need for step up in the investigation. This not to something where they just come and say na media you stop. They foresee you if you do the actions.
You feel say they treat this drugs issue seriously?
Well, they get for treat them seriously.
Whatever
the situation,
as
then
serious
get for
as it's supposed
then get
to
for
be.
try for treat them as serious as possible. Because if they not they do these actions the way I tell you so, like where the APC don't call them. If they take them the actions, then do the actions then. So then we not for me get reason for call them for do what we say for do so. Set up independent. Then for don't tell you now, for don't hear now say for independent inquiry don't they committee don't the way they don't set up. For don't hear say this now the statement will come on officially where they in a newspaper, where they everywhere for say yes, governments they do this, they do that for make sure say we go into the bottom of this.
But they don't pull up
But
press release that indicate say then they investigate.
Yes,
and you're not aware of this.
aware
individual. If you
of
say that's enough.
It's not enough. It's not enough. Now that's how they say. The press release not enough. We'll get for see that press release, then put her into action. We don't see so many times where governments and they do press release and then left the situation. So we don't see so many times where things then they happen, they make press release, actions then they happen. This time around, this is about Sierra Leone. It is not about the government of SLPP. It's not about APC. It's not about you and I. But it's about Sierra Leone, the people of Sierra Leone, both internally and externally. The one the way they are and the one the way they are abroad. You know what it mean for make then describe if then fine if they steer this international media, they don't carry this thing, whether governments do something or not. Other governments then will look into this. And when they look into this, if they find Sierra Leone guilty, Sierra Ob, then the blacklist we. Then call them narco states, like Colombia. If they describe you as a narco state, then we are doomed. It means most of the support, the economic support who they get or budgetary support who they get, then we block them. So you see where the ordinary Sierra Leonean they suffer? It means also, even if you carry diplomatic passports or service passports as a Sierra Leonean, if you go out, when you reach any border, international border, when you reach there, then they subject you to scrutiny with the meaning. So government has to come up very strong, take this thing very serious more than ever, because as I said earlier, government be done they spend money for rebrand the name of Sierra Leone, the image of Sierra Leone. And now the image of Sierra Leone don't they at stake as it is so. So if they not do anything, they allow then countries there where I don't mention, so America, Britain, and other big nations, where they support Sierra Leone, and party to Sierra Leone, where they always partner with me in development. Even in development partners, they will shy away from Sierra Leone. And when they shy away from Sierra Leone, believe you me, the consequences them, nobody no go categorize them.
Mr. Honorable, you know, say the Netherlands for don't officially inform the government of Salone for say this particular person where then they look for, instead of them for don't go na the international news all around.
Well, I think every nation gets its own way where it communicates to the world. It's difficult for pinpoint say, Lewis write a letter to Sierra Leone directly say, we get so person we wanted na Netherlands. So normally, then he put out a press release or a statement say this person wanted. Then we could get Interpol. So we own intelligence. It comes back to our intelligence unit. We own intelligence unit for day on the alerts for know all those when are wanted people. You understand? Therefore, know that day. Once you know that day, then you for be vigilant now for make sure say everybody will enter Sierra Leone, they part of that list. So I'm sure, as I said, na lapses on our security sector. If not to that day, from the day where this just fellow enter Sierra Leone, who for able pick and say this man.
But how
Sierra
it
Leone.
possible?
If it is true,
because
say,
that's what I
Sierra Leone.
say. How it possible for pick that kind of person up where we already on the arena the news say where coming through talking another name he use, and now the individual where the Netherlands government they look for, they bear a name where according to Salone government that name they know they no sign a Salone. How it possible for?
Well, criminals always they change the names. Now that make way then they do where then they identify somebody as wanted. Then they make sure say them back up putting photo. So if you're not able, if the name different, because they can use different passports, they can use different names for cover up the identity. But waiting the country where need them can do, then they make sure say then they put in correct name and then put in photo alongside. So as I say, the security sector for smart enough because they get trained in the way they do. For able to see person, remember say, oh, this face was so, I be don't see a social place. So if that did not happen, then the man enter with country, if it's true say Ghana, Sierra Leone, because now alleged, as I say, now allegations they make, would they see pictures of this and that. But if that is true, it's now serious security
and
breach.
Pictures, yeah, according to the Minister of Information, the international media outlets them with on the reports on this say now an AI generated photo where then compare with the post where then they look for. And this way they na Salone.
So that's where the investigation. I make the investigation necessary.
You say we government now they downplay the
government
instead of putting a premium attention for no whether truly this person in there.
Governments get the responsibility now for proof say all the allegations they are not correct. That is why we call for an independent investigation, so that you will come up with the facts.
Say government able for do their own investigation and come out to the public.
No, they're for able.
And for involve international community.
They're for able, but why for bring international community? They for give the investigation credits. You understand? Men no doubt because then we feel say now just some cooked and whatever. But if you bring in international people and well reputable international institutions, then back your report, then that report then we'll listen them. It will get credit. But if you do it all by yourself, you not bring an independent person for checkmates, waiting they do your investigation, then
already we know that the Sierra Leone police they handle the issues of investigation.
Yes.
You think so then they in that capacity they for do this independent investigation.
This,
come out with a report.
Maybe this not come by capacity. We police all these years. Don't they in this country they provide security for us. This not to Sierra Leone issue alone. This now don't get for do with other countries where they don't involve. So as I say, for make you do this thing clear and for make them believe so what you do now the right thing you do, bring in an independent person. That's what they do. Now the standards they're not in the world. You bring in an independent person, say okay. Sometimes, not to, with all due respect to the police, they know their job, But because of fairness, and you want to prove to the world that I am not guilty of the allegations, this is where they bring in the international organizations there, where they will come, then do the investigations, then get the findings, then disclose the findings. So anywhere you go say, okay, we as a nation, we don't do our own findings, backed by this organization. We're an independent organization. We're not experts on the entire. This is what we have as a nation. We are not guilty. Then they no go brand Sierra Leone.
So if they're not involved, then body are pull reports.
I don't know, but it might be questionable.
For the opposition, we're not going to accept report. We're not going to believe reports with the Sierra Leone police.
We concerned about the image of Sierra Leone as an opposition. We concerned about the image of Sierra Leone. The reputation of Sierra Leone don't they at stake at the moment. We need for clear that reputation there. So as a nation, we get for do everything it takes for ensure say we clear this image. This reputation don't they at stake. That is what I have to say about it. It is not about the police being effective. It's not about government knowing what to do. It is about Sierra Leone, the reputation of Sierra Leone. And this country belongs to all of us.
Not only the issue we get for do with Josh related to cocaine or whatever drugs it is. We don't get incidents of the one we happen at Guinea with Salon official vehicle we belong to the embassy in Guinea Day. We get again allegations where people will make regarding the abandoned vessel in Black Johnson where the Sierra Leone police at the end of the day pull reports say they not find something wanting it, but then still they investigate. And also then get somebody where they catch again at the airports. The way how the incidents them don't they come out in terms of drugs. Waiting you feel say they happen underneath, where the public not able for put a hand on, but we just the at the end of it they tell we saying rumors or police investigate.
Embarrassing for the old embassy, then find out say if they carry one of the vehicles of an embassy of the embassy, they carry the substance there. Very embarrassing. Embarrassing to the states, embarrassing to Sierra Leoneans, because as a diplomat or as an embassy, you're not the face of the country. Any Sawi, you're not the face of the country. So for MEC, then go find out then kind here, allegedly say they meet them at Motuka or they meet them at one of the embassies in Motuka, it shows say as a government we need for do more. We need for do more. As I mentioned just now, all anything that we don't say, we don't mention, so the incidents that we don't happen. If government we don't take action, then we not for don't come into this level of being accused of hosting somebody with now wanted person. But if this don't happen, these allegations don't do within the corridors of power. This is where an independent person is required. An independent organization is required. Because already, as a state, government officials, they don't accuse them for say they're involved in this and that. So, for stop that or for clear that image, because an allegation, for clear that image, you need an independent body where they come now and sit and call those officials there and go into it. Because even as we speak, the leader of the opposition yesterday, Honorable Abukabo, demand for the whereabouts of the ambassador in Guinea. We don't know whereabouts.
The same question to the Minister of Information.
We
He
don't know
says
whereabouts.
still Guinea because then it's for process for go come because they say not automatic for where the government or the column or for where Guinea don't say come back and automatic for happen.
Well, automatic. But as far as I know, this situation will don't happen. Government for don't expedite the process. Because if it don't take 2 weeks now to 3 weeks, where this thing don't happen.
Yeah, it's way over.
And Guinea and we now the same family, more or less. We are all the same. So if this don't happen, this is where governments emphasize say government for for step up. Because if Guinea and I are way close to it, we get very close ties with Guinea, and this thing don't happen, then for don't they see the public for don't they know say now this government don't they pan do.
Now that make I ask you earlier if government they downplay this cocaine issue, drugs related to Salon issue.
As far as I know, government.
By the way, how did they respond?
No, government for, if then the response, government for step up their response to this.
According to the Minister of Information, it make am clear now we breakfast show say the ambassador they actually no catch am inside the motor rather than in driver and in catch inside the motor.
Any motor where they left, any embassy motor where they left, they get clearance from the Foreign Affairs Ministry. So, because when you do go, you get to go through checks, security checks. So, for the fact that it is not about the ambassador, a DD or UNODC, it is about the vehicle we assign to the embassy. Now they meet this substance. Allegedly, they say they meet and they. So the ambassador, if for be by rights the first suspect, because the vehicles they had and they under in care. So probably that is why government don't even decide them for the call and for kind investigator. But for how long now? It's 3 weeks now down the line. Before even this other baronia, cocaine baronia, where they allege say Canada the country. So me thinks, in my opinion and the opinion of the party, is that government not to do much for handle this thing. They need for move and try for make sure say we clean the image of Sierra Leone.
So how you feel say government forgot about that?
That is what I've told you. Let us get an independent investigation now. And in that investigation, let we get somebody who is an expert. Let we get an organization who is an expert organization in the way they deal with then drugs there and can dig into this. Because when we know the source of this, then we will stop her. But if we don't know the source, we can't do any, rotorata investigation where we know able to do them to that kind of way. This thing will still continue. Maybe the next embarrassment will come, we will past this. So governments for go into the bottom of this and know the source beside this thing they come on. If it is true, say they can say alone and cut that line. Because we know to rogue states. We know to state where they will come brand say alone image very good in the world.
Not go be rogue states, but there is this perception where people get say, una the politician them not be honest with the public when they elect una for take up them position and working can to them kind major issues here of drugs. We all know say even during former President Nkrumah in time, we know what's been happen with the cocaine plane we been Canada country and all of that.
But
now,
President Nkrumah take action immediately.
Now
we see ministers, sitting ministers, then hold them, then put them on Pandemba Road. We see other people with them hold. So those are the actions where government for take immediately when you find out say this day. Why is the investigation they go? Well, if you don't do that, then it means
if this thing will happen so. Now the All People's Congress APC party be in power, waiting differently on a for don't do.
We don't get an example of now the example you don't give so. When it be happen during President Nkrumah regime, the minister were involved, where they accused say involved, with other individuals them, despite them position, President Nkrumah make sure say they arrest them people in there, then go Pandemba Road, then face the law. So we expect Madabio, President Madabio, for do the same or similar. We expect say President Bio for take action now. But if for recall an ambassador from Guinea, they take away this long, then I wonder how long it will take away for able to identify names where they don't allegedly mention or foresee the president for begin the investigation for begin start safe, not to even before then they set up the inquiry. No, begin see government actions, physical ones. But for now, I know of any arrest. That's what I tell me. But I know of any arrest. And this statement where you mentioned from the information minister, you said, the press release, it shows say they're not willing or they're not ready to arrest anybody at the moment.
So, Honorable, what if the government not adhere to this call where the All People's Congress Party they call for make them set up an international independent investigation for this drug trafficking? What if the government not adhere to them call Sierra Leone they make?
No, governments go listen because, as I say, the opposition are the main opposition, and it's about Sierra Leone. Now we image very important, just like an individual. You as a person, you don't build a reputation. Then over the years, Sierra Leone is 50 years, more than 50 years. since independence. We never get this kind of embarrassment where it show. So, if President Bio not listen to this, I don't know if he not go listen. He will listen and he will take actions. Because himself don't champion, according to in government, they don't champion, they don't go internationally, spend money, spend per diems and give per diems and go around and meet international organizations, talk to them, lobby them about Sierra Leone. Now that effort there, now you want to go down the drain. So himself personally for feel hot. And I'm sure say as president of this country, he feel and something pass me and you. So I hope and I believe say what you don't say, what you don't request, if you not go with and to the letter, but you must take it into consideration and must take it serious.
All right, continue for the between the program. Honorable SOS, we'll come back to you. ECOWAS now the All People's Congress APC party as they are this morning they talk about waiting the opposition think about the issue we get for do with drugs now the country as yesterday. Then the APC members of parliament then be make a highlight now the monthly briefing where they can get for discuss on national issues. In case you get any question for ask or comments for make, drop them in the comment section or send me a message at the number +23274200545. We will continue with the breakfast show and look at more issues inside the program.
Well, the other issue they look at inside the program this morning as Liberty Online TV continue for work on a different community them for know the challenge when a community they also don't they get. The team go work on the grassroots community where tell them but then challenge them where they don't face in this community.
Welcome to Liberty Online TV. Today we can work on the grassfield community in the eastern parts of the country for can talk to the people here on the constraints the way they can get to water business because these are the main source of livelihood. Now we get for know the constraints the way they get and waiting at the message to Papa governments regarding this.
We dey strain too much for water. We picking the personal nets now they pull them for water. We need water, we need help. We dey beg the government. We dey strain too much na grassfield for water. Pass we pull picking they go school. All the money now they pull them for fair water. They will dey beg the government.
Well, I glad the back on account this talk here because why grassfield we dey strain for water a lot. So this tank we even to map I don't pass years they need out water. Even if you pay 7, you can supply water na grassfield. Pass we go low cost, we go over the streets, we work out, we go down the sea for water. We get all the facility there, but except water, we don't ever get water facility. We strain a lot for water in the grassfield community.
Yes, because we strain a much for water business, then back to the road business, and we how they go get from here to the south they go get it now far distance. And we how we pick it, they go say for go get the water. While they reach back pass to pay now money back to the give. So they 1 grade rubber, they pay 1 grade rubber, they pay 1,000 for rubber. Any each rubber they pay for 1,000. So they strain pass mark for water business for long.
This community they so water na problem for we na big problem. Last say beaucoup people they know. Look see the poor man they sick again he go hospital. I go spend almost 100. I know able to get sufficient medicine.
In terms
this
of water
community,
business,
we don't get water, we don't get market, we don't get hospital. We dey strain, we picking the end. They get belly from this water business. Where they go get? They say if you see that they go like 4 o'clock, say then 8 o'clock before they can house. So then strain and they all will get on this community.
These are some of the concerns that would already from the people in the grassfield community in the eastern part concerning the water business. This is your reporter Nathan Cole.
All right, well, that's a report where Nathan Cole go do at the eastern of Freetown, a grassfield community. Also, I talk to the people and they but the challenge where then they get in the community and what's one of them where they highlight. We will continue with the breakfast show and we still get Honorable SOS at the studio with one of the members of parliament from the All People's Congress APC party there this morning. We talk about issues we then discussed yesterday now the monthly press conference. Also, they highlight the issue we get for do with drugs and also then we make mention of the Anti-Terrorism Act, where the bill where the parliament now. We can't talk about that just now, but still on this issue we get for do with drugs. Even though investigation according to the Ministry of Information, they go on into all these allegations we get for do with drugs. We still wait for Lady Salon Ambassador to Guinea, calm tongue, because government we don't recall them for can help with the investigation. But waiting extra the APC they expect say government for do, if not the investigations, we then say they go on.
As a government, I believe say the image of this country don't dey at stake. And if it at stake, the responsibility, the onus for clean am, it rests squarely on the government for make sure say that image they clean up. So I mentioned the area of actions where them for take immediately for show to the public and the international community say, yes, indeed, they're serious about these allegations where they don't make against the country. And one of which is for make sure say they make as fast as possible and bring the ambassador to Sierra Leone. Bring them back to Sierra Leone so that we go able begin say investigation they on. For now, since the allegations, we all the hopes and allegations. But if it is true, only if it is true, believe you me, we'll get for do the extra for make sure say we clean up the image of the country. And it will take we years. It will take we years for let that happen. So I only hope and pray that this is not true. So governments going forward for make sure say the security, if I come to your answer now, the security beef up, the intelligence, then wake up and put apparatus, modalities in place for track or stop any movement. If it is true, say Sierra Leone don't become a kind of conduit where drugs then they pass. I no one believe that still they find and difficult.
Why you no one believe?
For belief, so because
why?
We country image be always they up there. Sierra Leone not be the check we sell for drugs. We know other countries they don't they brand for drugs. But this trend where the news there don't go, I really worried say if we not do anything for clear we image, believe you me, Mabel, we all go get the embarrassment in this country and even when they travel abroad.
Apart from the international community where the APC they ask say for being involved in any investigation where Sierra Leone government they do regarding these issues of drugs, when I feel say them for make public the different people we get for this, perhaps at the panel for investigate this whole issue.
Yeah, for know them. Of course, not to secret society. For say no go know do that they involved. We for know them. We for know the
because
repetition.
As far as it is
no,
now, then just send the police.
Reputable. The police for the inside, but we forget civil society. In fact, we didn't our press release. We forget civil society development partners. We forget them for make up the team. You know, because we want to make it as independent as possible. Because when you limit a normal to government officials or to government nominees, where we get the tendency for many people and believe say then they skewed the truth. And we don't want that iota of doubt for lady in any of the reports we get for come up from government.
The APC party get any plan for joining into this?
If they call you, why not? If they call the APC, then say for let give people them for be part of the team where they investigate. Why not? We there for South Sierra Leone as a party. And we in a government in waiting. So anything we get for do with Sierra Leone in progress in development one, we are ever willing for make sure say we be part of it. So if they call APC for we go there. We go ready for participate because the image of the country they at stake.
Like you say, the image of the country they at stake, and we all know so a lot of resources don't go into rebranding the country internationally.
Yeah.
Because even when presidents be done they travel, people be done the comment say they travel past mark, and in response was they go clean the image of the country where una the APC according to them they don't left in a mess. Why government foresee this as an important issue for let them able for address amicably, make waiting really they under this be on earth, let the people know the truth, especially when it comes to the image of the country internationally? Why them for place a premium on this?
That is why it is the consequences if they not give premium to this. Nobody know able to quantify. I don't talk on this now several times. The consequences if you not take this serious, even when government officials then they travel now, where they're not supposed for subject to scrutiny, they're going to subject them. You know, the development partners, investors, foreign investors, they will say no, Sierra Leone, they don't blacklist them. We know they go there. So I believe say the president and in team, they know the ramifications the way they if we not take this allegation serious. And therefore, I believe say they will do everything possible for come out and clear the image of Sierra Leone. Otherwise, it will be sad for all Sierra Leoneans, because anywhere you go, they will get an idea the way they look you. Sierra Leone a drugs country. Sierra Leone a drugs country. We don't want that label there. But we and we people them. So government will work hard, I'm sure. Then for work hard. If you know one work hard, say them for work hard for make sure say this thing come out.
But as an opposition, keeping the government on its toes, going beyond this media rounds where they do, or the press release where they don't pull as an opposition, waiting next.
Well, that's now we rule for make sure say then you say the opposition gets in say, but you know the government they get in way. Now the normal saying that we will continue for engage. In fact, we don't call on it. If you look at the press release, we don't call on the international community in Sierra Leone. We don't call on the civil societies. We don't call on so many other key players, moral guarantors in the country, for stand with we, for make sure say governments do justice to the people of this country by looking into these allegations.
On trust the Sierra Leone police for handle this?
The Sierra Leone police are part of the security where we don't entrust the properties and lives of Sierra Leoneans. There is no way this investigation will go on where no will be part and parcel of it. But we are saying for add credit to the investigation, bringing independent people. I don't mention the civil society. We can even get journalists, seasoned journalists. We can even get, I don't mention international experts. Them we know how to do, where they can help. We don't, this is not a news, not a new thing. When after the war, the police may look, you know, they may say we need a force for good, a force for good. We see Britain send people and experts, then they can join we for the investigation. So we can even ask the British government or even other international organizations for help we, or even other countries. Nigeria have good countries to Sierra Leone, for help you with, you know, good people, intelligent people, hardworking people, we know investigation for can add value to whatever we own police will get for do. But I'm not saying here that we should exclude the police in this investigation. Then for be part and parcel of it, but we need for get different people we will come in for make sure say whatever comes out, it will be credible in the eyes of the international community.
But in when on our own capacity as opposition, when I not get any plan perhaps for do an investigation, if we not so interested for on earth waiting exactly they go on I not get any plan like that?
At the moment, this question will be best go to the party leadership.
Because the reason why they ask,
it will be best to them. But for now, when I believe say,
honorable,
yes.
If governments investigate themselves and pull reports, where perhaps not come to the expectation of the public, plenty people go to wonder say waiting really they happen apart from the noise we go get for them at the media.
The party go react.
Government pull reports.
The party go react. We go respond to whatever report we come on.
Make people perhaps they expect say the opposition for the incapacity for doing their own independent investigation and let the public know waiting on a fair not.
The government in power, the government led by the SLPP government led by President Bio.
Yeah.
Now them they in charge of the day-to-day running affairs of the country. Would they listen to them? Would they wait for see what they go do after we don't do this press release?
But if the Salon government are able to bring out within exactly the APC party want?
We they make sure say governments do justice to the people of this country. We will continue for talk, we will continue for raise the issues in parliament and then press conference they hold for make sure say government listen.
All right, continue for the weeks we na the program. Honorable SOS, we'll come back to you. The program we still watch na the breakfast show na Liberty Online Television. And remember, say yourself where they watch can continue for send you message, ask you question, and make you comment towards the topic we discuss this morning. Drop them na the comment section na the different platform them also na the watch we, or you send them to +232 74 200 545. And the issue we discuss this morning gets for do with the All People's Congress APC party their own position regarding the issue we get for do with drugs. When we come back to Honorable, we go for begin talk about the issue we get for do with the Anti-Terrorism Act where the Parliament we can know waiting at the concerns them around them. We they just quickly go and take this short break from with sponsors.
To pay bills with the UBA mobile app, just log into the app. Click on Pay Bills within the Quick Links dashboard. You'll be provided with a list of various biller categories like cable TV, sports and gaming, utilities, airtime and data, and so on. Click on the biller category you want. Then select from a list of price options provided by the biller. Click Confirm to proceed with the transaction. Enter your PIN and click OK. And you're done. Enjoy paying your bills with the UBA mobile app.
The program we still watch now the Liberty Breakfast Show, and they come to you live from Liberty Online Television at Facebook, YouTube, and we other social media platform them. Remember, say yourself can be part of this program by way how you could drop with your comments, but waiting you think of this issue we discuss inside this program this morning. You can go up on our Facebook page, with YouTube, or you can send on our 074 200 545 line for yourself be part of the program this morning.
All right, so we continue with the breakfast show. They come over to Honorable SOS again. Like I tell the viewers earlier, one other thing where the All People's Congress members of Parliament concern over gets for do with this Anti-Terrorism Act. Firstly, what's in our concern over this?
Maybe we believe say as a party in a Parliament where they represent two people, we for always make sure so we support government in anything where they bring development in this country, and anything we get for do with the security of the people of this country, we will always support government for do so. But in the process of doing so, we also make sure say we protect and we guide government on areas where we feel say the method where you want to use for do certain things, if they're not correct, we bring up say this method we want to apply is not correct. Now in apply in this case of the anti-terrorism bill where they before we interestingly it don't in the other paper 3 times now. Anytime it come they send on to the legislative because we believe say it borders around the lives of Sierra Leoneans. So we key concern now the definition of terrorist acts. Waiting a terrorist act, waiting person for do, waiting Sierra Leonean for do, where we go say they don't commit a terrorist act. So we observe say the definition where come for define these terrorist acts, it loose, it open-ended, it broad. So we need for shape that definition so that anybody in way wants for do anything as Sierra Leone, we get for do with Sierra Leone in development, we get for do with the welfare of Sierra Leoneans, we get for do with the livelihood of Sierra Leoneans. They not go mistakenly by any ill-motivated person or any bad thinking person for skew that in there and say, no, this thing way maybe don't do, for example, na terrorist act. Then you go jail for 30 years, as it is in the bill. Say if anybody commit a terrorist act, is liable to a fine or to imprisonment of not less than 30 years. So imagine somebody will take 30 years in a prison, your life don't do. So we feel say, when we look at the Anti-Terrorism Act, where na be a model, where they be done pass around 2022, na Equatorial Guinea, where most of the sub-region states then participate, then define whether a terrorist and within a terrorist act. And that definition, you know, say it vary from country to country. So what then do, they make sure say then left that definition and give a general one. So interestingly, now that definition we government don't bring to we exactly like IED now the anti-terrorism model where they all be signed up to na Equatorial Guinea. So now they say certain things then the way on a state, like anybody way want do something we get for do it political, economical, something where to them can be classified. Say this not terrorist. For example, let's say labor union. Say we want our workers, they want increase in their wages. So this, they organize themselves, then decide for make a protest. That protest day, the intention not get anything for threatening violence. Now for their livelihood. But if government see them, or if anybody way they analyze the actions, see them saying a terrorist act, then people then can hold them and imprison them for 30 years. So we say no for go so. If any political party or even una self, when a journalist, una do any publication or una circulate any publication where then deem say na a threat to violence, liable to imprisonment of 12 years. So they say no, this they affect the liberty and freedom of Sierra Leoneans with the state na the 1991 Constitution. So we accept the definition, but let us make it clear that except for advocacy or publication or this, we put all the exceptions or political. Because for example, let's say the APC party feels says the government's not to do well, like which one they say so. APC decides say, okay, if we are not to do this, we they hold a press conference or they go out to call the people and educate them, educate yourself to them. That's a genuine intention for put governments under pressure for make them do the right thing. But if any violence come out or they interpret and say a threat, those political leaders waiting at the APC, then go hold them and imprison them for 30 years.
Although we learned say Parliament puts a hold first to this particular bill,
sure.
But is it safe for describe I'm saying a bad bill where governments carry on a Parliament
the way they
for intimidate people and not for come out and speak freely?
If the way they so, if we pass on like hard and go down. Now the worst thing we don't ever do, and me I will regret for be party to that particular parliament day during my own time. Then pass that kind of bill day. Because now the thing I don't explain to you so. The liberty, the democracy we will all not fight for, the freedom of Sierra Leoneans, we will just mortgage them. If I do so, we pass them without putting the exceptions there. Just that. We not ask for much. We just let me come. We just want for make sure say if you're in a political party, you get freedom for the activities. If you're a journalist, you get freedom of expression. If you're an advocacy organization, you get the right for do your advocacy without being threatened. Say if you do this advocacy, anything commodity, violent commodity, we're not to intention. Then they imprison you for 30 years or 12 years as the case may be.
You think
we feel say bad because the freedom
say
of Sierra Leoneans we don't mortgage them.
You think say the drafters them of this bill na intentionally them put them in the day?
Well, we don't work as members of parliament. Whatever the drafters then do, we then come. We job, we they represent the people. We job now for make sure say we do what's right for Sierra Leoneans. So whatever they do, whether it's intentional or not, the onus day now to we as members of parliament for think Sierra Leone and not SLPP or APC or what have you. We need for think Sierra Leone and make sure so you do the right thing. SLPP is in governance now. Tomorrow they will be in opposition. APC take over. So if you do any law now, we're not correct. We trying to say if it's a favor you because you didn't have governance, that law they will bet you tomorrow we in opposition. So that is why we they do law. You need to do one for suits the comfort of an individual or organization. You do one for the country, and we go stand the test of time. So this law, if that definition they like how it lose so, like how it is so, will not do nothing for shape them, it will be the worst thing we would ever do to the people of this country.
You know, feel saying that because of the personal riots and the bad incident that they happen at the country, make them decide for go this bill in the parliament?
Sierra Leone get other laws there, where they curb demonstrations, where they for make sure say if you do anything we not correct, laws then they for that. In fact, we even don't pass some time ago, we don't pass the anti-laundering act in the parliament. We see most of them here where they bring come, then they in line. If you see them say they overlap. Now this definition no more where they say they want a bill or an act which specifically stand for terrorism. Okay, it could be an international demand. Fine. If this is the way to go internationally, everybody they can pass this way, all countries and they can do this. Fine. But let us make sure we would do them. We no mortgage, we no undermine the liberty of our people. That is our stand. We don't want anything. We not stand in the middle of government or in the way of government for pass the bill. We not there against the bill for say we want stifle and take them off. We want those adjustments to be done. And once we don't do that, we don't take care of them, then it don't become a safe bill for all of us. We want the security of Sierra Leone for be the utmost. Now we talk about so say the security of Sierra Leone with that stake because we allow this or because they allege say this drugs person come will provide a heaven for Anaya. So if we get laws the way they strengthen the police, way they strengthen the security sector for make sure say we take care of all internet, fine, home and dry. But in the process of doing that, all of us forget the right of freedom. We forget the right of freedom of speech. We forget the right of association. We forget the right for raise anything we feel say is not good for we as a nation. But that bill as it is, anybody can use them. Say this way don't do so because threat of violence if they're not defined within a threat of violence in the bill. So as it is so, where is who pass them? Now the worst we don't do for this country.
Although the bill when I don't put them on hold first, how you go describe the freedom of speech of Sierra Leoneans, freedom of association under the bill-led administration? How you go describe how we don't sound like?
Freedom they come with freedom of speech they count responsibility. Any statement or any speech way you make, as a day also, I forget take the responsibility of that statement there. So every government they make sure say, who say your freedom stop, if you stop there in your speech, but anything where they interfere in other person in freedom where they know say it will affect in liberty, government responsibility there for say no, this is not right. So we believe say as a country we owe it to the people of this country for make them get the freedom for express themselves and for make sure say they move around and protect their properties and make sure say everything about their lives be safe under this government and any other government.
They enjoy these rights, freedom of expression, freedom of speech, and association.
Well, it's subjective. It depends on the individual. We don't see some situation on the way. We as a party we don't make something. We don't make press release. We don't see them arrest anybody for that press release day. But equally also, we know say incident that we don't happen where they may arrest people in the August 10 demonstration will be happen where most international communities then describe them as an economic riot or an economic the youth, because they think say we want food, we want this. You know, most international media then be express and say now for economic reason. So like that situation should happen. If this building, they can class that as terrorist. You understand? Like that particular August situation will happen where we lead to death and all that thing. If this bill be done day in action, if it be done pass into law, then them man and they hold them for anyway would hold them for charge and 30 years imprisonment.
What of the one them way then they send inciting messages them for cause war in the country?
Anything where incite where they lead to war not correct. Because if we not get peace, peace not the fundamental principle for development. If we not get peace, we not able to do that talk. Until you for run the boss, until me they can or the other person they McKinney, because you run for your life. So anything way insightful, it depends on, these are all subjective words and depend on the individual how they perceive them. But anything way insightful, where they lead to violence, we they condemn it. We party not to violence party. We know they associate ourselves to any criminals or whatever. We believe say anything we will do now for the betterment of Sierra Leoneans as a party.
All right, continue for the with the program. We're gonna come back to you. Still, they watch the Liberty Breakfast Show, and now we they go and look at a market series where we can do gonna different markets them for know how commodities them and see the way people can go for go buy, how the price can sound like. Well, with him being go work na the bottom angle markets with Bafos, used then go for go fair notes, waiting at the issues them where they happen at the markets, and this time then focus on pepper price. Also, the market woman then say them fair not say the price for pepper don't they go up back. Let me watch as David and Casey say been lead the team to this market.
Viewers and listeners, and welcome again to another edition of the Liberty Market Series. Inside this market series today, we then at the Botomango market for can talk to people where they sell pepper, because and of course we remember say inside His Excellency the President, his second term in office, he tell we say feeds alone one of his campaign promises we make to the people of Sierra Leone. But 1 year down the line, a lot of people on the ground will say, seeing them, all the plants and the produce at the country very expensive. But on this basis, we can work at the Botomango market, for Toxo market, especially the one where they sell pepper. They can tell you what are the challenges and some of the prices them where they buy the pepper.
Now by bag they buy.
So how much you can buy by bag?
At times 3 million, at times 3,500,000.
So what you buy, how much you sell?
15.
Okay. The one that we can buy to you, they can raise any comment?
Yes. They say there. Then me back they tell and say at the band there.
What thing you want the government to do for like the ensure so they put the price per pepper at the country?
Let them pin down the bag. Who they pin down the bag, who say go pin down the cup.
Bag anyway, I they buy 2 million, 2,500,000, 3,500,000.
So what you can buy? So how much you can sell her?
The cup I they sell 12, 15.
15.
Yes.
So why you can sell her so 12, 15?
What?
Why you can sell her 12, 15?
Because I don't buy India.
So what you want the government do for like them put the price of pepper down at the country?
So let them help we, let them plant, let the price go down.
I buy bag, I can buy.
How much you buy the bag?
I can buy the bag 2,800,000, at times 3 million for bag.
So what you buy and so how much you can sell her?
I can sell her 15,000, 14,000 for cup.
So the one that we can buy to you, they can make any complaint?
They can give comments say pepper there. So for let we put on the back, we will tell them now how can go buy, and so we can sell.
Firstly, tell me what thing you go on for the government to do with regards to local products there, especially pepper where they're expensive. So
me, I go on for the government to put the price down so that the don't go come market, they don't go give complaining against say pepper price drop.
That's now the voices of market woman them where they sell pepper at the Botomango market. Also, they don't call on His Excellency the President for like ensure say they prioritize agriculture and put more efforts per local thing that will produce in the country for ensure say the country able to feel itself for like they go fulfill the Feed Salon projects where we promise the people of Salon. This is Liberty Online Televisions, and me will bring come this edition of this report. Me na David Yankee CC.
Plenty thank you to we reporter David Yankee CC for the market series before we inside the program. If you just tune in the program, we still what na the Liberty Breakfast Show, and they come to you from Liberty Online Television on Facebook, YouTube, and other social media platform. Then still with we inside the studio, we get Honorable Sally Usman Sise, and are the member of Parliament where they represent the Bombali district. They also for talk on different issues them we get for do with drugs and the anti-terrorist bill we they don't lay right now in Parliament.
So, Honorable, this issue we get for do with this anti-terrorism bill, we una don't raise alarm, say certain side up on the bill we una don't see we not good for the people of Sierra Leone, and una don't put a hold to them first. Although at the end of the day, na Parliament back will get for come because now they decide whether it will turn to law or not. Normally, before the drafters then can take this bill to Parliament, community engagements them can don't day. People and can don't meet for talk about waiting and want for inside the bill. Una from the APC believe certain drafters here been really engage the public before then take these documents to Parliament, or then just be one go pass some sample where people not be no people not for don't pick up if not been pick them up.
Whether the drafters been seek the consent or taken to the public, we as members of Parliament, the Legislative Committee, also get the responsibility for bring them to the public and take them to places or invite. We don't do them over the years. Would they pass critical bills them? Would they invite the media? Would they invite social, the other civil society organizations? We always do them in committee room one, then can they then get then say. So we no need for rush for pass this bill. This is not the other thing we bring to the notice of we own colleagues then at the other side. Say we no need for rush for do this thing because this thing have for do with the lives of Sierra Leoneans. And Sierra Leone no they under imminent threats for terrorism. So let's make sure say we take with time for do the right thing for the people of this country. So as it did in the Legislative Committee, it beholds us as members of Parliament for invite the public, for reform them, and do whatever we want to do for adjust and fit the people of this country, their needs, and what they expect of we for do.
What are the specific things where APC really wants for it come out completely inside this anti-terrorism bill?
As I say, once you take care of the definition, you give the exceptions, then the bill don't become a beautiful one. But when you left those exceptions, we deliberately the drafters then left, they become scaring. Say something, you will begin be suspicious, say something fishy. Maybe they in the bill. That is why the drafters they put the exceptions. Then all the anti-terrorism bills the way we don't see. Then they clarify after the definition and they show you say if you na advocacy, they do this action not to terrorism. If you do anything individually, now you know what happen say today, like go chap person. You understand? They hold you. Not to terrorist acts than the law they only and deal with you. If you now when you get an organization, a coordinated organization where they send you for like the suicide bombers and all the rest to be everybody, the Al Qaeda and other the Boko Haram and Nigeria, their actions then you will classify them as terrorist groups because then they go, then they kidnap people, then they work as a team, you know. But if you not happy with a particular situation at the country, you na Sierra Leonean, and your organization, let's say you na civil society they run, you say no, but this the way they want to do, so you're not correct. Me, I stand against them. I for make sure say the right thing be done. You get the liberty for do them. But if you know able to do them, they say they for hold you. If you attempt for do them because na threat, we intentional to threat, then you know. So the definition na in now we challenge, and that is where the problem is. Maybe some people will tell you back say they find them then too much, then they commensurate, So we can adjust them that 30 years, probably reduce them to another fair, that can maybe 20, 25, or as the case may be, or even the financial fines. So man will say, okay, low reduce that amount, or low increase them, as the case may be. But then they all the negotiable, they're easy for pass. The crux of the matter, now that definition, we blanket, we open-ended, we decriminalize anybody, we get good intention for change Sierra Leone.
But you go say to critic, we go tell you say laws then can just dey for guide the day-to-day living of people for let the state not go be reach a state of anarchy. Not just a guide for let you know what you do. But if you know say you not going for do anything way offensive, we go make you be caught up with the law. Why worry?
No, this law do the right thing, maybe. We don't talk say the interpretation of SOS we see down here, the way I will interpret a sentence where they put now, not to show you the interpreter, not to show my the interpreter. They understand? Because we all get different ways of reading and understanding things. So they say, get the law right. Where you don't get it right, you don't guide that judge where they go interpret them. You don't guide that magistrate where they go interpret them. You don't even guide the government of the day on waiting them for do. But when left and loose, and somebody want go at you, somebody get something intention for you, for all you or whatever, or for muscle. This because you don't talk. APC don't talk about this state capture. Say it don't happen. Well, this one way if this pass like I did, then finally the state capture don't complete. You understand? So they say put these exceptions. When you put them, you are human right. It is not about for worry because peaceful Sierra Leonean, But what about the one we go on and twist the law and go at somebody we feel say this person now a threat to me position we are all. We need to take care of that so that person not going to be a victim.
At the end of the day, if Parliament decide for pass this particular bill in Parliament, what does this mean to the country in democracy?
We don't damage the country in democracy. This now plain answer I will give, straightforward. Because the fundamentals of democracy, now they will not undermine. Freedom of speech, freedom of movement, freedom to belong to any political party, freedom for raise issues, wait for challenge government. Opposition will be dormant. We don't get opposition. All the principles of democracy, if we pass this bill, with that definition, we don't kill them. So we don't kill democracy. Simple, straightforward. Because the Anti-Terrorism Act for calm and reinforce and strengthen democracy, not to for calm and undermine them. By that definition, if we go by them, it will undermine democracy in this country.
You see willingness from the other side of the bench, the ruling bench, for ensure say the whole public gets a review of this particular bill before one of the members of Parliament them go debate them?
Well, Parliament now lobbying and reasonable and engagements now in the day. We don't engage the Speaker of the House. We don't engage the leadership of the SLPP, now the other bench. We believe, say, with the minister, with them we will understand what they try for say because we don't engage them, we don't discuss, and we don't get difficult and critical bills themselves way past this. We get a way out of them. So I'm sure. After we don't get we don't care and go to legislative so because legislative now they will all go sit down now and dialogue and make sure say we put what's right for Sierra Leone and pull what's wrong for Sierra Leone. So then we listen. And the good thing, the Speaker of the House is a lawyer of over 20 years standing. So he knows what's good for Sierra Leone. And I'm sure he will advise we, the members of Parliament, on both sides for make sure say we put Sierra Leone first.
All right, Honorable, let me just look at messages where the viewers them don't send at the different platform them outside and they watch with this morning. The very first message I go take this person regarding the investigations where government said they do on the issues we get for do with drugs. This person they say, look at what's happened when prisoners were killed at the Pademba Road prison. They did an internal investigation that wasn't to the expectation of the people. What has the APC done in regards to the killings? 300 names were given by the APC to this government. Till now, the APC is yet to update us. This bill does not favor the APC. If they were to come to Governance 2028. Now, this bill discriminates against free speech. Simple. In definition, you, Mabel, or any one of your colleagues cannot speak or put a report that doesn't commemorate the APC. You will be arrested. I don't think the APC in government wants to go around arresting people.
This all me they take from Facebook page. They come up from Abdullahi B. Lukule and he say, Mr. Honorable, could you please advise on the number of parliamentary members necessary to pass this terrorism act? This other message we go look at. This person they say, this is important, Mabel. Can your guest please identify the terrorist organizations currently running drugs, guns, and other activities that's a threat to our country? Now, question where they ask. This one they come up from Abubakar Sidi Yanke Kanu na Facebook. He say hopeless opposition after what happened to Lara Telopias. I believe there is no opposition in Sierra Leone. We look at more messages. Ronald George Son at the YouTube channel. He said, let's remember these two parties have been in the habits of using Sierra Leone as a hub for drug smuggling. Let's not forget the APC days. This one they come up from Atopias on Facebook. He say Liberty una thank you for help with the market survey. We look at more messages. This other one from Jibril Bangrua on the YouTube channel. They say, are there still civil societies and independent journalists in Sierra Leone? It's worth nothing that the police seem to be involved in the drug trade as well. I have a lot of evidence at hand. This one they come up from for the content on Facebook. They say they should stop fooling themselves. The people of Sierra Leone are not stupid. This Minister of Information is just making things worse. Creoman say, know yourself not to cause. This one from Gypsy on the YouTube channel. They say under normal circumstances, they should have invited the alleged Baron from Holland to the CID. Any other person should have been arrested and dragged to the CID. This one they come up from Mystic Naduazaki say the diplomatic vehicle that was caught with substance which believed to be cocaine in Guinea and the Dutch fugitive that was seen in the video posted has inflicted further damage on Sierra Leone international reputation. Good that the investigation is ongoing. Sierra Leoneans are in anticipation of the outcome of those investigations. The very last one I go look at because of time. This one to a comment from Konotgi. It said this is bigger than drugs, sir. That this is about our security apparatus in the country. This is about our national security. Who is protecting our land? Do your job, Parliament. The last one we go take from Facebook, they come up from Umfasori Koma. They say, Honorable, you're absolutely right. This drug issue is an image killer. Unfortunately, many Sierra Leoneans will eventually consequence. Alright, well, from their message and they will come over again to Honorable SOS as they can wrap up this edition of the Breakfast Show. Waiting go be you comment to the government, especially in terms of handling this whole issue we get for do with the drugs, and also you fellow members of parliament regarding the issue we get for do with the anti-terrorism act bill. Sorry.
Thank you very much, and I want to tell the one the way don't send text messages. Then thank you. As you say, time don't they catch me, and I'm not going to respond to all of them. But somebody asked a very important question on which they need for pass the bill. Well, we, the APC, we're in minority. So, na simple majority, many a time, na in the use for pass a bill. So that is why sometimes when the issues there come, would they involve the public, would they involve the civil society organizations and journalists and the rest, for media aware, will raise the issue, then governments will make sure, say, then do the right thing. So, not to two-thirds we need into this, not simple majority, but we bank on the fact, say, the SAPP bench, leadership, and the speaker will do within rights for the people of this country. We not they ask much. We just, they say, let we exempt AY of this from the bill or the definition. So once you put those exceptions, then we are fine. But if you not pull them, it will do injustice to the people of this country. And me as a Sierra Leonean and as a representative of the people, I will feel sad for continuing for the parliament during the regime for pass a bill like this. We will not make sure, say, we take into consideration the exemptions then they. So we do best. Whatever happens in Parliament, we always make sure say as opposition we not stand the way of government for things that we good for the country, but things that we bad, we make sure say we school government for not men and not do what them for do. And I believe say they're supposed to listen. If they're not listening, the people of this country will hold them accountable. Then
the help in situations where it can reach on a doorstep. The case of Lara Telopias now one big example. The case of Lara where some of the APC them being add up to the government's number for Pulam.
It's unfortunate for what happened at the case of Lara that we party we don't get a position, and at the end of the day when the votes come, some members of the APC then vote. But this situation they under investigation. The party don't call on all of us, the MPs. We don't go, we don't explain ourselves. Then they set up a committee where they investigate what happened, where some of our colleagues then vote for Lara, vote against Lara and come back now office. So on that note, we will left that situation there with the party, and then I believe they will handle them and come back to the public and explain what exactly happened. But going forward, we believe say we there as a team in Parliament. Anytime where something critical come in Parliament, we make sure say what happen on the Lara Taylor's issue not ever repeat again in Parliament. Anytime where we need a 2/3 majority, we get for do it. Sierra Leone in progress, Sierra Leone in developed one. We will know say if we do this, it affects Sierra Leone. The party and the colleague members of Parliament on the APC no go ever vote, against that kind of thing there. So we still want call on government for investigate, for set up a committee for look into this matter. You don't see text messages the way people even recommend the arrest of officials where they don't name. We don't see people's opinion, they don't come up, they don't say the damage in way this gets internationally too much. Nobody no go quantify them or explain the ramifications. So all of this put together, the box ends at the foot of the president and in government for make sure say we clean Sierra Leone. We do the right thing and clean Sierra Leone. And this not damage where if we not take time, it will affect even with generations. We no born it. And we need to do it now. We now we own time, this problem don't come.
All right, many thanks. We come to the studio this morning, Honorable Usman Sise, where you can join me at the program this morning for tell the public about the position of the All People's Congress APC party regarding issues we don't happen at the country. Thank you, can this morning.
Thank you very much.
That is now with that, this edition of the Breakfast Show go left for now. Plenty thank you to the production team led by Princess Pias and Alex Lawrence Kuruma, and also one for so many thanks to Musa Sau Kuruma, Wayne the technician. So till we meet again, many thanks to you sending message and Yusuf we don't like and share Liberty Online Television. Get a good day, and Mabel Kabadi say goodbye.
I mean, I have to share you to say get yourself a wonderful day.
For the news we dey around, log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change, they get the masses involved. Stars them everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Aye, voices gone. Credibility, now we ability news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, God picking, there's a get the power. You can count on me, you can count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want some. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. Human them, God begin the executive power. You can call on me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we want, like a nigga we fly. Liberty TV day before. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, voices down. Hi yeah. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, God picking the executive power. You count on me, you count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, God picking the executive power. You count on me, count on me anyhow. We speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism.